Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video, and this is my Buffalo Sabres at Columbus Bluejackets recap. Wasn't a good night for the Buffalo Sabres. Eric Comrie, who they expect to be the number one goalie, didn't have a good night, although it was back-to-back games for the Buffalo Sabres, back-to-back nights. They fall to 2-1 on the season, but that's okay. I like how they had grit, even though it was back-to-back games, and they had to bust to Columbus and not playing because they're having some issues with their plane company, I guess, and they're trying to get it contracted with another plane company. So they fall to the Columbus Bluejackets 4-1 in preseason game number 3, and they're halfway through the preseason. They will play the Pittsburgh Penguins up next. So they beat the Washington Capitals. They beat the Philadelphia Flyers. They lose to the Columbus Bluejackets. And now let's do the recap. Here we go. In the first period, scoring at 8:47, it was Columbus's Emil Bemstrom, his first of the preseason, assisted by Stanislav Svozil, his first, and Andrew Peeke, his first, and it's 1-0 Blue Jackets. And then at 13:29, it was Columbus Kirill Marchenko, his first on the power play, assisted by Mikhail Paisha, his first, and Juna Luato, his first, and it's 2-0 Columbus after one. And then in the second period, at 3:49, it was Buffalo's Chase Prisky, his first of the season, first of the preseason, assisted by Jack Quinn, his first of the preseason, and Cal Clegg, his first of the preseason, and it's 2-1 Columbus. Now this Chase Prisky, I hope he makes this Sabres roster. I like how he's been playing in the preseason. This kid looks pretty good. And like I said, Eric Comrie was in goal, who the Sabres expect to be their starting goalie this year, and Craig Anderson backing him up. And then in the third period, at 7:58, it was the Columbus Blue Jackets, Jacob Voracek, his first of the preseason, assisted by Trey Fix-Walensky, his first, and Jack Roslovic, his first. And it's 3-1 Columbus. And then at 16:36, it was Columbus Carson Meyer, his first, shorthanded, assisted by Justin Richard, his first, and Vladislav Gavrikov, his first. And it's 4-1 Columbus, and that's how it ended. Penalties in the first period at 5:59, it was Columbus Carson Meyer, 2 minutes for high sticking. And then at 12:01, it was Buffalo's Philip Sedequist, 2 minutes for holding. And then at 16:38, it was Columbus Denton Maticic, 2 minutes for cross-checking. And then in the third, it was Columbus. At 5:02, it was Columbus Mikhail Paisha, 2 minutes for tripping. So Chase Prisky gets the Sabres' lone goal. They outshot the Sabres 31-23. Block shots were in favor of the Sabres, 11-10. Hits in favor of Columbus, 25-10. Face-offs, 28 apiece. Power plays. Buffalo was 0 for 4 on the power play. See, if they could get a decent power play going this year, I think they could be a playoff team, but 0 4 on the power play, that's not good. And Columbus was 1 for 1. Penalty minutes. Buffalo had 2 minutes. Columbus had 8 minutes. And Buffalo couldn't capitalize on their power play chances. So Saturday night, they will play the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I think they'll win. I think Buffalo will bounce back. They get 2 days rest. They get today and tomorrow to rest, and then they'll play the Pittsburgh Penguins at 12 o'clock on Saturday on NHL Network. So I will check that out before I have to go to work. And then they play on Saturday also on NHL Network, or not on Saturday, on Tuesday, also on NHL Network. They play the Carolina Hurricanes, and then they have one more preseason game after that. So uh, I hope this Chase Prisky, like I said, makes this team. I hear the Buffalo Sabres are going after Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars. They really want this kid. I guess they have called the Dallas Stars about him. They haven't made a trade offer yet, but they called about him and about his availability. And I think you're going to see Kevin Adams swing a trade here. Maybe a Casey Middlestat, maybe a Kyle Okposo to Dallas. I don't know who they would send to Dallas, but Buffalo's got the capital to do it. Maybe there'll only be a draft pick. Maybe we won't have to give nobody up. Maybe we'll have to give a draft pick or two. So Saturday they play the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I think they will win. I also think they'll beat the Carolina Hurricanes. I think the Buffalo Sabres, they're going to get back on the winning track, I think. It is only preseason, and Eric Comrie, it was his first game as a Sabre. He had a long rest. I think he'll get better as well as the season progresses. And I think Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen goes against Pittsburgh, and then Craig Anderson will get the nod against Carolina. And then in the final preseason game, I think it'll be Eric Comrie again. And getting ready for the regular season on October 13th against the Ottawa Senators. So that should be a good game as well. And I hope they do get Jason Robertson from the Dallas Stars. He can really help this team out. And I think Kevin Adams, if he wants it, he'll get the deal done within the next couple of days. So guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Stay tuned for my Pittsburgh Penguins at Buffalo Sabres preview. And stay tuned for my Buffalo Bills at Baltimore Ravens preview. And as always, go Sabres. Let's get the win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Go Sabres.